Ann Arbor and the Big House, home to one of the most storied programs in college football, and the first one to win 1,000 games, the Michigan Wolverines. A Big Ten showdown coming, conference games with results that will stick with you for the rest of the season. Offense getting...
I want to explain this situation. So the original situation was this guy came into my work. I was not working. I was in the neighborhood. I come up to the door and one of my coworkers, he tells me that he needs help inside. This guy evidently had a box cutter at one point. And so the guy that works on the weekend, he was there, and he was on top of the guy, and they were fucking
Running back searching for a hole. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it.
Running the ball today, boys. Oh, running the ball. Running the ball. Running the ball.
Try to get it to the edge. Powers through the defender. And the Wolverines are stopped.
First down, boys. First down.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Shem back there would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. To the ground with the back. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. To the ground to try to pick up the first. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early. And on this opening drive for them, they're doing a nice job running the football. They're on 3rd down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw into the end zone.
Finds a crease at the 20. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the 1st down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Nice move to pick up yardage. Relying on the run, he gets a couple before he's knocked down. Ball's at the 13. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Bought a little time, lets it go. It's complete. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
I think this defense really needs to start thinking about really fencing this quarterback in. You cannot let him go east or west because he will extend the play with his legs and his speed and then hurt you throwing the football.
They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down.
This offense has really gotten to a nice rhythm here on their opening drive of the game. Running the ball.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan.
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You've got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting the drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what... was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make? Because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
From the gun to give, looking for room. Oh, the sweet juke gets him free. Can anyone catch him? Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
Man, I'll tell you, you just can't quantify.
Let's go. Figured out this game's all about the running.
Leads the nation in rushing yards. He's the guy with the target on his back. Every time they take the field, the defense knows who they have to stop, and still, this guy churns out big run after big run.
Exploded for a huge chunk of yards on that last one. They'll try to do it again here, 1st and 10 from the 33. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on 1st down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good 2nd down.
Complete to the right. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. And the Wolverines have their offense in high gear. A 1st down run in the red zone. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the 1st quarter. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And we've come to the end of the 1st as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Needs to get it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. So now on comes the field goal unit. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. The official. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense.
Well, that sucked.
The wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. They're trying to get to him. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Wolverines send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. It'll go out of bounds, and we'll... You missed the 52-yard field goal, come up empty on the drive, and now momentum sort of swings to the offense as they'll snap it from the 35. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking for room. It's Coates. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Still looking, on the move. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a 1st down.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the 1st down. Just so hard to defend.
When they've got him looking run, now to pass. And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there. Looking to throw it again. Got his man downfield. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Wolverines will line it up on 1st and 10. He's got his man. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Connection to the right. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Savage. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. Here's the handoff. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical, they wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Wolverines will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Boy, they had a chance to track. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Complete in the middle. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Power football with the run. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. The Wolverines decide to punt it away. What a terrible, terrible shame. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Looking to help the kicker out on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 59-yard attempt. From the gun, wants to pass. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. Fast motion from the offense. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Quickly complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. A new set of downs after the completion. He's going to pass. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. So now the opportunity with a touchdown to take the lead. He'll just keep slinging it. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Michigan. They've got the lead here in the fourth. A methodical drive, and they finish off by tossing it to the tight end. And Washington is ready to come back on.
All right, boys, we got this. Let's go.
Last time, David, they'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Looking to throw on second down. Fires to the wideout. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to go up top on first down. Caught.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be thrown to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. Getting some heat. He's open on the right. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Nice job there by the receiver on the out route, not telegraphing where he's going. He can't be peeking to the outside, giving the defender an opportunity to break onto the ball. He kept his eyes right down the field. DB had no idea where he was going, and that helped make that completion a whole lot easier.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Looking for the score. Picked off. Looking for more room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Aggressive versus reckless. It's such a fine line when you're trailing and you need to make plays late in the game. The offense was reckless, turned the football over, and this one doesn't look great.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. And now, Jesse, the art here is to find the balance between milking the clock and trying to get another score.
I think if you're the coaching staff, too, you like to see your team play its best in the fourth quarter, right? Defense just did their job, so offense now, David, has to go out and handle their business.
Yeah, you got the momentum. Because of the defense, they've given you some momentum. They've given you a great opportunity to take hold of this game and really put a stamp on it.
At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. They want that clock to run. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Will they keep it on the ground again here on 3rd down? They'll try to run for it. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. The Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Going to make sure he doesn't get a... The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that is a back-breaker. It's fourth down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another... This will be the largest group of assembled fans. A first down for the offense. The give to the back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
They opened the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33. It'll be third and short from their own 33. They'll try to get it through the air. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And it's incomplete on third down.
Crap, I just found out I have to go somewhere. I don't want to have to quit the stream. I was hoping to play some more. But yeah, I got to get going. I got at least one game in. Cool. Sorry, guys.